Welcome back to the Pioneer Room. You see, it is very important that we educate the younger generation so that they don't make the same mistake that we, Generation Y, Generation X, and those generations before us have created. They have made a mess of themselves and the children that came after them. We are a part of the product of their mistakes. And we are here today creating more mistakes for the younger generation, such as Generation Z and the Alphas. I'm saying all of this to say, I'm 35 years old. I came up in Jamaica during a time when, we were going through the transition. We are still going through a transition from that slave ugly talk into modernized world, civilization, so to speak. We have seen, I am that generation who have seen the analog world and the digital world and living through the digital world. We are a special generation. We know what it was and what it has become. We are able to keep up with the technological shifts and advancement. I'm saying this to say we have seen Jamaica years after years struggle with things like corruption, poor management. The country is being run right down economically, socially, and every alley, so to speak. Just to put into perspective, in 2020, as they claim it, the world ended literally and systematically. And also cosmologically speaking, there is a reset going on. All right. So in 2020, we had this great reset that took place. It is still taking place, where politically speaking, all countries around the world were given the ultimatum through the New World Order, where they have to either dissolve their government or quickly call an election or find a way to reinstate themselves back into politics or remove themselves from political office if they are going to go against the New World Order agenda, the final stage of the agenda. And so many countries, their leaders were given financial support as well as advice and recommendation as how to, position the country for the New World Order Agenda 2030. Now, many countries were given the ultimatum that they could dissolve their government and move from being a member of the monarch and become a republican state. And so they were asked to do this as of 2020, 2021, 2022, right? No, I'm saying this to say, in Jamaica, that government, the leader of Jamaica, the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, was also given this incentive or this ultimatum in some respect. And funding was given to support this. Of course, we saw what happened to the COVID relief fund. We saw what happened. It was used to carry out a quick election, not even real. That's not even a real election where they are showing 47, I think it was 37 voters turnout, 10% less than the previous election. And of course, it is going to be 20% less moving forward because this Republican thing won't even win the people's heart. What I want to say, all the countries were given the ultimatum that, of course, by their next election, they should be comfortably situated as either be member of the monarch or they are going to become Republican. All right, Jamaica opted to become Republican through the Prime Minister and the opposition. Now, if you chose to become a Republican state, you were given 60 days or 2 months in which to make the transition. You have this phase transition to go from you must first repatriate the Jamaican Constitution back to England, right? After repatriating the Constitution, the next thing you have to do is abolishing the Constitution. And then after you abolish the Constitution, then you must establish the referendum. This should take no longer than 60 days. And all these countries that chose to become a Republican state, they were given until the 60 days was started in May of 2023, and they are supposed to commence by the end of July 2023. So at this stage, by the end of July, Jamaica should already position itself, or on documents, on papers, actually position itself to become a Republican state, and this document should be on its way to England. Now, who are edifying, enlightening, and educating the younger generation that in order for a country to become a Republican, 2/3 of the parliament must vote for this, and this is still not ratified until you have a referendum which involves the people. So I am saying, with all the distraction that is going on, where are the people's voice? Who is representing the people's voice as all of these laws are being changed and modified and amended and removed? Who are monitoring the new Jamaican constitution? Who is representing the people? I am just a concerned citizen asking a question that is very, very important for not only myself, but my children, and of course my children should have children, so even my great-grandchildren I'm even concerned about. It cannot be like this. It cannot be business as usual. If you are born after 1982, you are the articulate majority. You should be the intelligent ones. You should be the ones with your pineal gland activated, your third eye open. You should be the voice of the voiceless. You should be representing the seniors and representing, being a model for those who come after you, the Generation Z and the Alpha. We should not be the one trapped in jobs, trapped in degrees in university. We should not be the ones still living out our parents and our grandparents' lifestyle. It simply means that the generation has not advanced. And to advance materially in terms of cars and clothes and watch and jewelry, trust me, it's not a true advancement. It still represents a state of slavery, mental slavery, spiritual slavery. And we have to shift from that if we want to make true progress as a people. The referendum is needed, and the population has to be educated on what is a referendum. Majority of the Jamaicans have never ever read the Jamaican Constitution. This is a call for concern. So while we are going to behave all spiritual or religious or whatever you're going to behave, the political system still governs our daily lives. You see? We still need true representation at that level. And it has to come from grounds up. So people were asking, what are you doing? I've made sure that I educated myself to the PhD level. I am ready to lead my country. I am ready to lead my community. I am ready to lead any position that I'm placed into. And I have good connections. Of course, you realize that I even keep good health, because if I need to move, I will move. You get me? I've prepared myself. For 30 years I've prepared myself. What have you done? More than pushing the fear-mongering in a time that we need leadership for the people, for the new Jamaica. What are you doing? What will you tell your children that you did in 2020, 2021 and 2022 to actively move the needle? I'm out.